Let's try the One Size Turn Up the Base Full Beat Foundation with a full beat, of course. Now I'm gonna use the Secure the Blur from One Size just in the center of my face. A dime size amount, and I'm just gonna apply it just in the center of my face. Wow, you can even see the difference like right away where I put it. Next, we're gonna use the One Size Turn Up the Base Full Beat Foundation. And unfortunately, none of these match me. Even the darkest one is just a little bit too light. I did use it already, and I noticed that it was just like a hair too light. So I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of bronzer today to make it my perfect match. But so far, when I did try it, the coverage and the finish was literally amazing. And the pump is like very generous, so just be careful. So this is medium 50. Literally one pump is way more than enough for your whole face. And it recommends that you shake it very well. And this is medium dark 10. Medium dark 10. Medium dark 35. Which I think this is my perfect shade, but it's just literally just a hair too light. I'm gonna just take a little bit just to show you guys in comparison. And I'll also insert some video of how the foundation looks with a full face, so you guys could kind of see what the difference is. And you can see that this one really disappears on my skin, the closest, but on my chest, like I could still see it. And if I turn, you could kind of see like the white cast, which is this is not what I want. I want it to be non-detectable. And since this is full coverage, I think that's the most important part. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this Fenty body sauce. And this is the color Fly Mamacita, and to me, this is honestly like kind of like the darkest bronzer that I use. You can see that it's not my color, it's way too dark. So I'm gonna mix one pump of that and see how I can save it. As you can see on my hand, you see how it looks a lot better even when I turn it. So let's do some on my chest right here, right next to all the shades, so you guys could kind of get a glimpse of what I'm talking about here. And then let's do it right here on the end. And to me, even when I turn, you see how you can't really see it? I know it looks really wet, but this looks like my closest shade to the foundation. And with concealer and powder, it's just gonna melt into my skin a lot better than any of these. And I obviously already tried it, so I'm gonna go with that one. So let me remove all of this from my area. Yeah, that looks just a lot better compared to this one. And it matches my shoulders. I don't feel like I got a tan this summer, but that is the closest thing. And these foundations aren't gonna go to waste because I'm gonna literally put them in my kit. So I'm gonna use them on all of my clients that have this a little bit lighter skin tone than me. So let me just wipe it. Yeah, this is the second time I'm trying to film this video, and I literally at the end I noticed, and then I was like, oh yeah, that doesn't match me very well, but we're gonna give it a chance number 2 because it literally looks flawless. Literally looks flawless. Now I'm gonna use their sponge just on half of my face so you guys could kind of get a gist of it. I normally apply my makeup with brushes, but we're gonna give this sponge a go. And I wet it yesterday and it's literally huge. This is dry, so you guys could kind of get a glimpse of what it looks like dry. I'm gonna insert a clip of how it looks like when it's wet. It's huge, huge. I'm gonna take a little bit of this foundation on the sponge, and I like that you can use it dry and you can also use it wet. I do feel like when you use it dry, it does soak up a lot of product, but that's just typical for a sponge. And you can see even right here, my discoloration is appearing. Normally I would put some color corrector there so you guys get my ears, my neck. Even though the sponge is dry, it's actually really soft. It doesn't feel like I'm hitting my face with a brick. And you can see it's covering the area where I just wiped, which had like a little bit of redness. Okay, and this is the foundation, how it looks just by itself with a sponge. And look at this side of my face. Let's try that again. Okay, now look at this side of my face. This side is the side with the foundation on it, and this side is with no foundation on it. And I can see just how smooth it looks. I'm gonna apply the same mixture just on the other side of my face, and this time I'm gonna just be using a brush. I honestly like it a lot better with the brush, but I think honestly it's just personal preference at this point. I don't think the formula looks any different or performs any different. I just prefer using a brush to apply anything. I don't know, can you guys see a difference? This is the sponge side and this is the brush side. And there's nothing on my forehead right now either. So let's do some in my hair, make it all even. And let's just, for good measures, just do everything. Hair, my ears. And as you can see, I didn't need need to do any color correction near my mouth. I don't want to put anything on here because then it might, well, I guess let's try it. I mean, I could definitely see the foundation on it. It's just my skin is so red right now. So this is my skin with just the foundation on, nothing else. And I just love how flawless it looks. Like, it literally looks like I have a filter on my face. And it actually matches a lot more with the rest of my body compared to the other clip that I showed you guys. So now that the foundation is on, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna use my One Size Ultra Setting Powder in Ultra Peach. And I'm just gonna set underneath my under eye and a little bit underneath my chin, just kind of like wherever you see like extra shine we don't want. So like a little bit into the cheek and underneath the cheek, while leaving this area nice and glowy. I'm gonna use the One Size Cheek Clapper 3D Blush Trio in the shade Attention Seeker. I've already applied the cream, so now I'm just gonna apply the powder. And I'm gonna dig into the matte one first. Just kind of like circle it right underneath my eye for that super lifted kind of baby doll look. And I love that you can use this blush on any skin tone, because I used it on somebody who was lighter than me, my client, and it just looks so pretty on her, but it also shows up on me. Okay, that's very, very pink, and I'm obsessed with it. Okay, now I'm gonna grab a little bit of the highlighter shade, and I'm just gonna dust it right on top. Use a little bit of my bronzer brush with nothing on it, just to marry everything together. Now that everything is on, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. This is the One Size Until Dawn setting spray. Shake it really well. Then 3, 2, 1, hold your breath. I'm just gonna fan it. This is the final look of the One Size Turn Up the Base Full B Foundation. Current time right now is 3:43. I will come back and do some check-ins so you guys can see how long the foundation wears, as well as how it looks throughout the night. This foundation claims to be waterproof, sweat-proof, transfer-proof, everything proof. Let's see how this wears. 8:30 and no creasing. Okay guys, it is the end of the night and it is 12:08. This is how the makeup looks. I do have a clip-on light so you guys can see, and I'm also using my front camera so I can see. The blush is still on. I literally been talking all night and there's no creasing, no cracking, very, very minimal shine. I also didn't really put powder on my forehead, but you can see even where I did powder, just looks very natural. It photographed really well. I'm gonna go ahead and insert some photos of me at the event. So far, I would definitely say she will be kept on a rotation, especially for long set days or just days where I feel like I just want to look flawless, because that's exactly what it left me. Left me literally flawless all day long. And the blush also lasted too, which I feel like that's always the first thing to fade. So their blushes are also really good as well. I didn't gel my eyebrows today. I should have, but I didn't. Yeah, I fully approve this foundation. I hope you guys liked my review, and I'm gonna try to be doing more videos like this. Now it's time to wash my face. Good night.